it's called. If you head on up to island settings, then go to content, you will find it somewhere in here. I'm not going to bother saying where anymore because they keep on changing the location of all these devices every few months. So something you got to get used to. I hate it when they do it. But further ado or whatever, let's actually look at this. So we're going to go to all options because that's what you're here for. You're here to learn it all. And first option is team name. Yes, you can give your own team whatever name you want as long as it's in Fortnite's terms and conditions of not being inappropriate or something. I don't know. Same for the team description. You can write as much as you want about how detailed the description is. Is there a limit on this? I guess I'll have to test that one day, see how far that goes. You can customize it to which team. You can customize it for, this is for team 1, team 7, team 21. You can choose the team color to be white, sky blue, red, orange, gold, blah 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 blah. And yeah, you get the point. You can change it to a variety of different colors. Team icon, you're given a bunch of icons here that you can give it. Let's give it a helicopter. Helicopters are cool. And if you want to, you can also make it so it's aligned with the class settings and device thing, which is something I'll get into in a few weeks' time because it's a bit more advanced, but not too advanced. Might do it maybe next video. Who knows? It's kind of like two devices in one though. So yeah. Grant items on respawn. Basically just means, do you want the items to be granted on respawn? Grant condition, are you always granted it or only when empty? On grant behavior, do you clear everything or do you clear items or do you keep all your items? Equip granted item, it just means whichever item in your inventory you want, it will equip straight away. Initial, or you can just have it so it doesn't happen at all. Or you can have initial weapon ammo, which is like, let's just make it so it's one ammo for like an LMG. You have one extra bullet to an LMG. Spare weapon ammo, basically just how much spare reserved ammo you can actually reload with. This is how much is going to be inside the magazine. Start with a pickaxe, pretty much just means start with a pickaxe. It's simple, yes or no. And then invincibility, yes or no, on or off, it's simple. Starting health percentage, 1, 50 or 100% health. You can have max health be up to 10,000 or you can set it to 1 or just set it to default, whatever that map's default will be. You can allow health recharge, which if you turn it on, you'll have health recharge delay, pretty much just meaning how long until your health starts to recharge, and then this means how much it recharges per second, I'm pretty sure. It says right there, but yeah. And then it's the same for the shields, like shield and then overshield. It's pretty much the same. Movement multiplier, pretty much just means how fast you go. Go like two times faster because why not? You can allow sprinting or allow off no sprinting. You can have it on or off, simple. You can have sprinting more options, so we can turn it on and then show more options. Sprinting energy per second, you can make it so it's more, like an absolute douche, or you can make it so it's less, or you can make it so you go higher when you jump when sprinting, or you sprint even faster now, all the way up to, yeah, 11 times faster. You can increase the max energy to 100 or just 1. I'm pretty sure default is 100, so yeah. Energy recharge amount, pretty much same as health recharge, just how fast per second it is. Like, let's do like 10 per second. Energy recharge delay, pretty much it's the same as the shields and health. Allow sliding, on or off, just slide or not, simple. Allow slide kick, on or off. Allow shoulder bashing, on or off. Instant reload, on or off. You should know what instant reload is. It's pretty much just where you reload really fast. If you don't know what these three are, pretty much sliding is when while you slide, you you pretty much hold the crouch button. You just go fast in one direction by sliding down. I don't know what more to say. Allow slide kick pretty much just means you can kick into people's business and just annoy them, and just kick them with when sliding. And allows shoulder bashing, pretty much just sprint through doors and bash through them. Instant reload, pretty much just reload instantly, fast, extremely fast, not having to actually reload. You just start shooting again. Infinite reserve ammo, pretty much just means you can reload and reload. You'll never have to worry about ammo. Infinite consumables pretty much just means infinite consumables. Don't know what you would say. Infinite building materials, pretty much infinite building materials. You can build as much as you want. I don't know why I have to explain a lot of this to you. I feel like I'm testing your intelligence with a lot of this. I feel like you should know a lot of this, but we'll carry on. Eliminated players' items, pretty much just have it so it drops the players' items, or you keep them when you die, and then when you respawn, you have them on you, or you can delete the players' items for when they respawn so you can get a new batch of items, or you can just be annoying and just delete them. Um, Eliminated players' resources, same as players' items, and yeah, same, the exact same. Game resources. I don't know what game resources mean. It's just same as that. Full damage on or off. It's full damage. Do you want to die when you fall or not? On or off. Simple. Gravity, normal, low, very low, high, very high. Pretty much, the lower it is, the higher you go. The higher it is, the shorter jump distance you have. Not even distance, just shorter jump you have. Jump fatigue, pretty much just when you start jumping after like too much, your character won't jump as high. Player flight, pretty much can they just fly or not, on or off. Allow mantling, on or off, just pretty much when you clamber over objects. Mantling more options, you can have yes or no, it depends what type of in-depth gameplay mechanics you want. Mantling minimum height, pretty much the minimum height you're going to need to be able to, when you're required to mantle. The minimum height in water, pretty much the same as this, but if you're in water. Allow vaulting, basically allows you to mantle over smaller objects, and whilst you're sprinting. Um, always shows nameplates, pretty much just shows enemy and friendly nameplates. It depends if it's like always hide or no, or always show to ally to all or to team. You can show it to whoever. Focus angle, nameplate line of sight. Basically, do you have to see it? Do you have to see it in there? Basically, when you're standing, do you actually have to see the player in your line of sight to see their nameplate, or can you just always see it, or does it hide or not? Focus angle, pretty much the angle where focuses and focus time. These two, they make no sense. Like, you'll rarely need to worry about this, but if you need any advice on it, just let me know in the comments. Show voice indicator, pretty simple. Just show when someone's talking. Show player health indicator. It's the health. Oh yeah, it shows player's health indicator above the player's head, so you know how close to dying they are. Yeah, very helpful. Display health for all players. You can make it so you can do it for all or none or team only, enemies, anyone, never. It's up to you. Glider redeployed, pretty much when you are falling from a distance, you can redeploy the glider on or off. Down but not out, default, classic, off, improved. Different things, but there's an entire device dedicated to this that will be a lot more helpful. Drop reboot card elimination, yeah, again, for the reboot van. This is a very specific setting, but a very helpful setting, depending if what type of map you want to make. Limit nameplate max distance. Yes, no. Allows for different settings. So if I put yes, but no, if I put no. Allow building, pretty much can players build or not. Respawn time. This is all measured in seconds. If you want to be an absolute a-hole, you can do 30 seconds for them to respawn. Can they respawn only if there's spawn pads on the map? Respawn, and they have to be active, by the way. They can't just be deactivated spawn pads. Respawn type individual or wave. Basically, if it's a wave, say if one person dies and then they have to wait 30 seconds, 15 seconds later someone else dies, and that person only has to wait 15 seconds. But individual, everyone has to wait that exact same amount of time. Spawn limit, pretty much how many times can they die until the game's over. For them, after they die, do they go spectating to Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, Team 4? Great for infection modes. Great for infection modes, actually. Max initial team size. Basically, the initial team size for that maximum amount of players on a team, and then the initial team size ratio. I don't know. A lot of this you should know. Hopefully, a lot of this is just use your brain and you'll know it instantly. Win on timeout. Yes, no, pretty much. When the time ends, do you win or do you not? Simple. Eliminations to end. You just need to You have to eliminate like 1, 7, 30, 200, 1,000 players to end, or you can do it with creature eliminations, or you can do it with objectives to end. You can do it with collect items. You have to collect like 100. Specific amount off all, specific count, score to end. Is that a billion? Hang on, that's 10 million, I think. Use team score, pretty much just use team score as a way to score as well. Spawn location, spawn pads, the sky, current location when you start the game, or you just don't spawn. you just don't. I've never tried this setting. I don't know what it does. I'm scared to see now. Siphon, pretty much how much health when you kill someone, how much wood you get when you kill someone. You can change this to 99. You can change this to like 15. You can change this to 250, and you can change this to like 20. You can do this to like 10. So whenever you get killed, this is like the stuff you'll get from them. Self damage on hit amount. If you hit something, you will deal self-inflicted damage on yourself. But then, if you do this only on non-zero damage, then you'll be not fine. But this entire self-damage part is great for prop hunts, but I've never made a prop hunt map, so I've never seen the need to use it. But it exists. Self damage only on non-zero damage. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what that means. I still don't. I've been trying to think of that for the last like 6 years. They have to inflict non-zero damage to something before taking self damage. Don't know how that works. So self damage target filter. So this is the filter you're gonna need if you're gonna, take self damage. It has to be players only, non-players, or just anything you touch with a gun. You deal damage to yourself. Self damage weapon filter, pickaxe only, melee only, ranged only, or all of them. Maximum building resources. You can basically how many resources someone can hold up in their inventory to build with. I want to be honest, if you do max, you might as well go with infinite because you'll be fine. Allow item drop. I don't know why you don't want this setting. Actually, there's a good reason sometimes, but most of the time you're going to want this on. Allow people to drop items or not, and then you can do the same with picking up, and you can do the same, and you can do a harvest multiplier, which is how much wood, brick, and metal you get out of something when you're mining it, or when you're using the prop manipulator and doing an entire setting with that device, which I need to explain at a different point. Elimination score, how much score you get for an elimination. The score manager is probably better for this. Assist score, how much score you get when you assist someone. Yeah. Override spawn immunity time. Basically, you can make it so spawn immunity time. Pretty much spawn immunity is when you spawn in and you're immune to everything for like a second, 15 seconds, 720 seconds, I don't know, 720 seconds, I don't know why you'd want that. You might as well be immortal at that point. Maximum equipment slots. This is very cool. You can make it so you have 5 as your default, or you have 4, 3, 2, 1, or 0 if you really want to be ballsy and make it so you can only use pickaxes. Wood resource widget is visible, better for the HUD control device, which I'll get to a different point, but pretty much does it display it in your HUD is what it's saying. Can you see this on your screen without putting up your inventory? Allow friendly fire pretty much does this. No means you can't kill your teammates. Yes means you can kill your teammates. Spawn event activates for AI. That's new. That's very new. I haven't seen that before. Determines whether the team members' spawned events will activate for AI that are on the devices. Okay. Hmm. Ah, that's actually pretty cool. If you didn't understand what I just said, I'll read it again. The description determines whether the team member spawned event will activate for AI that are on the device's team. Same goes for this, but just for players. And then last one, respawn alive players. Wait until I tell you that was only all the options. We still need, it's not as bad here, but yeah, we gotta go over the functions and events as well. By the way, as if it's not obvious, I can't be bothered to do any editing with this video, so you're just getting the raw as hell version of this. So, end round when receiving from, so when should it end, the round end? I don't really have any devices good for this to demonstrate, but the button device will be a very good one to use in this situation. So you would select like a device like item spawner, you pick up the item, boom, ends the round. Then you can make it so respawn at player spawner, so the player dies but gets sent back to the player spawner when they, I don't know, go ahead and pick up the item. They die if they pick up the item, but they win at the same time, you know. I don't know why you'd want that, but it exists. On team is out of respawns, pretty much when a team has no more respawns to respawn with. What happens? Like, is there a message that you can appear with a HUD controller device or something? Yet again, I will get into all these devices at a later date. On enemy eliminated by a team member, send events to pretty much when an enemy is eliminated by a team member, like on your team, but the enemy is eliminated, will something like show up like a message, or we'll be given an item, or a new path open up, or something like that. There's a lot of things you can do with that. On team member eliminated, when one of your team members dies, it'll be like a message like XX12559 has accidentally passed or something. On team member spawn, send event to, pretty much when the team member spawns, you can send an event to any device. And yeah, my vocal cords are starting to give up, so I'm going to call it a day there, and I am just going to upload this because this is an annoying device to talk about, because it's pretty much a easier version and not as complicated version of me trying to explain all of this. By the way, I am not. I hope you know I am not explaining all of this until like a lot later date. But anyways, goodbye.